So this week we went to see The Hateful Eight.
Oh boy.
So Tarantino fans just hold back.
Hold tight for the next 5 minutes because it's going to be interesting.
I don't know.
So The Hateful Eight. So a bounty hunter, basically. I'm going to try and describe this as best as I could. I haven't struggled a lot with describing films. This is an interesting one.
It's hard to put it in a few sentences.
Yeah.
It's like really not complicated, but also kind of complicated.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
There's also so much that you can't really say.
Yeah, without giving it away.
That really doesn't really happen. So this is my attempt. A bounty hunter is en route to Wyoming with his captive to claim her prize. But then on the way, he meets another bounty hunter and also the town sheriff of Wyoming. So they get stormed in by the snow blitz and then decide to stop by a cottage where they meet some other like characters that are just a bit ambiguous and strange, and no one can trust anyone, and the whole thing just turns into pretty much like a war of ego and just an exaggerated case of who done it.
Drawn out over like 500 hours. Yeah.
Right, here's a clip.
No offense, cowboy fella. Just getting your attention.
Yeah, well, you got it.
What you writing, friend?
Only thing I'm qualified to write about.
What's that?
My life story.
You're writing your life story.
You bet I am.
Am I in it?
You just entered.
Okay, even that wasn't very interesting to listen to.
So that was Michael Marsden with the husky voice, deep voice.
He did have. I wonder if he had a sore throat after filming. He had that
He
the whole
must
way.
have done.
Maybe that's how he actually talks. I don't know.
Nah, not that deep. It was that was him and Kurt Russell, the first time they meet when they first get into the cottage.
Yeah. So let's just say, overall, to be honest, it was pretty disappointing.
When we're talking about Quentin Tarantino's levels,
what happened to him? Like, I think he just got really cocky or something. Basically, it had all of Tarantino's gimmicks and tricks. It had all
definitely Tarantino
the blood and the gore and the chunky blood as well. It seems to be his thing.
There was a lot of
chunks in the blood.
Head bits and
gross and stuff like that. But it just it had all that stuff, but without his usual sort of clever storytelling, cool, several stories running alongside each other and stuff. I don't know. It was just one setting, which, it doesn't have to be boring. At the time we compared it, we were talking about it. Was okay, what film have we seen that's one location that works? Like Breakfast
and I
Club.
literally there's so many, Breakfast Club, Buried with Ryan Reynolds, Phone Booth, Colin Farrell. They're all one settings.
There's so many,
they work.
and they just work. I think there's just a real, lack of narrative story and all that stuff. And
I think he's got to a point now where he doesn't really care, because I feel like he actually loves this film.
Yeah.
It's definitely a Quentin Tarantino film, you can say that much. And I feel like him writing it and going through the whole process, making it and working with the actors and getting them to deliver the lines in the way he wants it and the words and you could tell he absolutely loves this film. This is kind of like his baby, but it's not crafted well enough to care about what the audience want.
Yeah, right, fully.
The dialogue. So many words.
I mean, and do you know what? It's not even it's fast. When there's lots of dialogue,
dragged out.
I fell asleep for about 20 minutes, and I woke up and
still in the same scene.
I was like, oh, I know exactly what's going on still. Whereas that just doesn't happen in a Tarantino film. You wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I swear I just blinked and everything's changed.
Well, you don't even sleep in a Tarantino film.
No, normally.
This kind of just puts it on that scale.
And you know what else I really struggled with? It just was so pointlessly racist.
Yeah, if you ever so slightly feel uncomfortable by the use of the N-word, you most definitely want to stay away from Hateful Eight.
And do you know what? We were talking about this. So Django Unchained and stuff.
Like it made sense
It
to
made
have it in
sense
that.
because
Made sense to use it in the context.
yeah, but this one it was just like, okay, cool. Like, what do you think? Because Samuel Jackson's in like all your movies, you can
just use it.
Just use
I feel
that.
like someone gave him some kind of license to use the N-word, and the license must have been like a deal of like 1,000 times you can be able to use it, and it was like, I'm gonna use it all in one film, my 8th film. And it literally just every second. I don't think there's like a scene or a specific dialogue that doesn't actually include the N-word.
No, they all do. And any time they speak to he's called Major Marquis Warren or whatever, the character that Samuel Jackson plays, like they just use it. It's like
it's just normal. It's
they
just
like
don't
even need
passing.
to. They're like, you know, oh, I'm drinking coffee. Are you? N-word.
Like I'm really trying to validate his reason for doing
just
so. Like,
wasn't.
was he trying to like demean the word, or what was his purpose of wanting to have it like just be controversial for the sake of it? Or
Yeah,
what?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. The thing I will say is that I thought that the performances from Samuel Jackson and Jennifer Jason Leigh, who played Daisy Domergue,
she was brilliant.
really cool. Like, I thought she was epic.
She was
crazy.
Definitely
Like,
Quentin
I hated
Tarantino
her.
character.
Yeah.
Such a Quentin character. She's brilliant.
So I would say that is the good thing about it. But
Everyone else was just really awkward.
and just
blend
pointless
between-
as well. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really. I was like, oh, who's he? Blah.
Couldn't
Whatever.
connect with one single character. Couldn't connect with the story. Couldn't connect with their backlog. Couldn't connect with any single thing that was going on. So when stuff happened and anything that majorly was supposed to create a shift in the storyline, you kind of just went, oh, okay.
Whatever, move on. Yeah,
What's
you
next?
didn't become invested in anyone.
Not one bit throughout the whole film.
Even Daisy Domergue, and you think you're
like-
either strongly gonna hate her or love her, and you were just
Or
like,
strongly feel like sympathetic towards a character or whatever, but nothing. She's just the woman in there that just gets beaten up left, right and centre. That's it.
yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, Quentin, what happened?
I don't know. I'm.
There's
just
people do actually
disappointed.
love this though.
Yeah,
I've tried to look at it from so many different angles, and
we went in really open-minded. You know, we're like, I've heard some bad things,
and
heard
some
good
things, but
you
we're
know.
Quentin fans, so
We'll still like it because a Tarantino movie, but just didn't. Just gonna
Not for
say
me.
it as it is. Did not like that film.
review out of 10.
3
pushed.
or 4.
Because I couldn't see my. If you said to me like review a Quentin Tarantino film and rate it below even a 7,
You'd go 9.
I'd be like, get out of here. Like I would bet my life savings to.
I'd just say, how
against
dare
that.
you? No, seriously,
And
I'm struggling to make it meet a 5. I mean, maybe if one is, I don't know, Shark Boy versus Lava Girl or something, you say, okay, well, it's better than that, but maybe, yeah, let's say a 4.
I just
Stand by a 4. What did
DiZzeL's
you put it
verdict.
as?
I have to go 4. 4 is where I
Solid.
went because I couldn't even. It didn't even like deserve to be an average movie.
No, it was bad.
It's too long, too many words, no story, no characters invested in it.
No character
is
development
just a-
in such a small space
Yeah,
as well.
it's just a
like,
Quentin
whatever.
Tarantino fun project. Not worth 2 hours and a half.
If you're found guilty, the people of Red Rock will hang you in the town square, and as the hangman, I will perform the execution. And if all those things end up taking place, that's what civilized society calls justice. However, if the relatives and the loved ones of the person you murdered were outside that door right now, and after busting down that door, they drug you out into the snow and hung you up by the neck, that would be frontier justice.